What is today? The 5th. It's the 5th of December. And a couple of days in NFP. It's Tuesday. Um, I just wanted to just walk you guys through the power of trading in the morning. Today was very clear, very easy, very fun. Um, if we open up the 4 hour time frame. So first thing, I'm up. I'm up at 5:30, and I'm up at 5:30, and I'm already doing my market assessment. Well, things to notice that was going on in the morning was number one, we had all this rejection that was happening right here, and this candle was sitting like this. It was sitting right about here, this 4 hour candle. Now, what was interesting was I already knew that, okay, we already have strong bearish momentum. But the thing that was the reason why I took my sell entries this morning was because of this. We have the higher high here. See how we're sitting right on the support, but this becomes the lower low. And then here's your first 15-minute pullback, and that was right at like 5:30. So after these 15 minutes, this was basically L H. It's kind of strange. Lower high confirm, right? So we had higher highs, lower low, and then of course, you got your lower high for your 2-1, right? So it's gonna look like 1, 2, excuse me, and then 1, right? So we got 2-1 confirm because the next one would be 2 down here, right? So that's your new lowest low. So 1, 2, 2, 1 confirm for 2-2. Now in the morning, I already know that there's going to be a push, right? So you're going to have a push on, of course, all USD pairs because all United States dollar pairs, the New York Stock Exchange just opened up at 5 a.m. So that's 5 a.m. Pacific time. And in that time, you're in this 4 hour candle. We are in this 4 hour candle here. Sorry, my account, I don't know why my card, I don't know why, I don't know, the payment didn't go through. So we might have like these things that keep popping up. I gotta go reactivate my trading view membership. I highly recommend having a trading view um, account because trading view will always pop up these little annoying things. As you can see, that little thing that popped up, I just don't like it. I think it's very annoying. Anyways, so we were in this. This is the New York Stock Exchange opens up and we're not trading stocks, guys, but the New York Stock Exchange opens, so you know that any United States dollar pair is going to have some movement. Well, in this, it's really not the smartest idea to trade the first hour of New York session because it usually sets up, right? It usually just sets up for what's next. But if you get up a little early, sometimes price will have that little setup for the pre-push. So as we know, in this 2 a.m. candle, price is New York Stock Exchange opens up 5 o'clock, so it's the last hour. And we were super strong bearish already. And like I said, this line, this is approximately where price was like in the morning. And then we go down to the 15-minute time frame, and then boom, you can see where my line was. My line was right here, and it was right on the money. So it was sitting on the support, but it made its first lower high for a trend change. So that was right, right by 5:45. I mean, I was already in my sells by 5:45. My sells, I got in a little late for the party. They were all around here, all here. You can check out my Instagram. You guys can see I posted it there. Check my Facebook. But you can see this is 2-1 confirm, so it's already easy sells, right? We're already pretty easy sells. Now let's look for our profit target 10, and then of course it went down here. Um, I put my stop losses at 20 pips each. All my stop losses got hit, and I'm fine with that. All positions took. It's NFP week, so price is going up, down, up, down. On a normal week, price would not have made this like retracement. It's if it's going to push down this hard, it's probably going to make a maybe two 15-minute candles pull back to drop, but usually it's just going to keep going in confluence, especially on the 4 hour. We have so much bearish momentum, but as we can see, well, and then if price in the next, like let's say if price closed right here, then it's for sure going down more because then it made another lower high and below this the support turn resistance, just to do two twos going down. But just so that you guys can see just the power of the morning, I wake up at 5:30. Right, I'm wiping the crusties out of my eyes. I mean, I'm still have it's kind of the cold season over here, So I mean, I guess everywhere, right? It's Christmas time. So my nose is really runny. I'm tired in the morning, but it doesn't really take me that much effort to do a market assessment. It doesn't take too much effort to do a market assessment, right? When I was looking at USD Jappy was, hold on, USD Jappy was here, right? I really personally didn't know where price was going, because the way this is registering to me is like, okay, well, it's either going up or it's going down, but here is here could potentially be a higher low to keep going up, but I'm thinking, well, this is super strong bearish push, so it's still, this could be a lower high to keep going down. The currency meter all morning was pretty strong for the US dollar. It was up here. It was pretty strong. The euro was really low. The euro was really low. It was on red the whole morning, so that helped me with my confirm for Euro USD. It was red in the moment, right at 6 a.m. There's going to be a push. There's going to be a push. As we can see on USD Jappy, either prices just, now it's making the higher low, here's your pullback and then rejection, and then it finishes bull, so it's possibly it's going up, or it could just be exhaustion and it's still going to go down. So for me, I wasn't 100% sure, so I just stayed out of it. The way I like to trade in the mornings is I've got a few different pairs that I look at, and depending on which one has that pure confirm, I usually just take that trade. If it's got pure confirm for me, then I would rather take what's going to make me money instead of second guessing and waiting for confirm. I want it pretty quick. I like to get in and out. My profits came within 30 minutes this morning. I was done. Within the two 15-minute candles, I'm done. If we look at the 1 minute, you'll see really how quickly that came. So as we can see, this was kind of like that 540-ish time. Boom, pulls down. So legitimately by 607 right here, you can see, okay, all profits are pretty much done. So the new 4-hour candle opened at 6. And within 6 minutes, all profits were done. So that's the kind of trading I like to do. I like to get in and out. I don't like to sit on my computer. I don't like to keep watching it. I don't like to overtrade. You get in and then you're like, okay, I'm going to trade some more, and then you just start chopping your account up. If you can just take one of these pushes a day, just take one trade a day, and then stack your entries. I love to go heavy on my entries, because if it's pure confirm and you see, okay, I'm guaranteed 10 pips at least, this one with 25 pips, you can see the power of compounding when price is going to make a push. So you open up 10 pips, 10 entries at 10 pips, you just caught 100 pips right there and done. Open up 20 entries at 10 pips, you just took 200 entries just like that. Or 20 entries at 20 pips, 400 pips. You can see, and you take it that was within 6 minutes. So within 6 minutes, 7 minutes, all my profit was done on EU, right? On USD Jappy, let me just go back to USD Jappy. I wasn't 100% confident. If I'm not 100% confident, I'm just going to stay out of it. If I can't do my quick market assessment and snap my fingers and say I know where it's going, I usually don't want to trade. So I used to sit on the charts for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours a day, not knowing what it was going to do. Um, Finally, you get the right mentorship, and then you just figure out your own way of trading, and you say, "This is how I want to trade." So, this the sun's still rising, and I'm done for the day. Essentially, I'm off work. I'm off work within 7 minutes today, right? Um, so USD Jappy wasn't 100% confident, right? We have a lower low. This is still a lower high, but if I'm looking for like two ones, this is my new higher high. Because for the most part, price will not break your support or your resistance and then come back down. It's going to go below it, but then it's not going to break your lowest low or your highest high. So, for example, see this one is it's going like this, right? And then it's going up. Well, if price was, for example, the going like up to the like resistance, then or down like to the support, price would have. How am I going to explain this without confusing myself? But as you can see, like when I'm looking for the 2-1 confirms, right? So we have like higher high, lower low, right? Lower high, going down. Now it's at its lowest point. Okay, it's at its lowest point. Well, now price broke past these recent lower highs. It didn't break the overall like higher high at this point. Price didn't break this, but if I'm looking for my 2-1 confirms, like price did break above this structure, right? And it's just sitting on it. So this becomes my new higher low, right? And then one thing to notice was, see, I wasn't even paying attention to USD JAP because I was just confirm on EU. Well, if we're going to be on a higher low and price is going to close no wick, that's pure confirmation that we are going up. If you're sitting on a 2-2, let me see if I can find another one quickly. Let me see. Not so much. Not so much, but it's pure confirmation when you have a price closing with no wick. When you've got price closing with no wick on a 2-2 higher low or lower high, going either up or down. Like if this candle closed no wick right here, for example, then it's just pure confirm even more that we're going down because it's just exhausted. Pure exhaustion. And then you see that, look at this big old wick right here. This big old wick is now a wick fill, right? So price is on a higher low to go up to fill this wick. And then if we were to look at the 1 minute, how much time did you have to react? Not much. So, I mean, you had 5 minutes. So as we can see, this is right by 6:05. And then what does 6:06 do? Boom! You have no time to really think. You got to really know where it's going. It's an NFP week. NFP week moves. Like NFP week moves crazy. So it's best to just get in and get out. If you know where price is going, see, like look what it's doing. It's going all the way up here, all the way back down here, and then now it's going to probably make a new lower high. It's just going to keep bobbing and weaving. It's unsafe. It's just unsafe. It's not the smartest unless you're the best at zone to zone trading and you just trade support and resistance all day long. Because you've got all these engulfing candles, so then you just, you put up some EMAs, maybe trade based off of, EMA magnets, right? The 14 EMA acts like a magnet, so we're so far away up here, then it's pretty confident with your sells, at least for some point. Not necessarily that it's going to go all the way down, but as you can see, like if you would have taken sells off the push, there's still 10 pips or even more if you got in better, right? There's still a huge opportunity to still take retracement trades. But the way that I like to trade is just following momentum in the early mornings. So USD JPY ended up having a nice confirm here, and you did have like 5 minutes to get in. But Euro USD was my confident trade. This was my confident trade of the morning. The 4-hour closed below support, number one, below the support. So where's it going? It's going to its next destinations. And the next destinations, you just got to look left. You see your zones, right? I'm just looking left right now. You can see price touches this part. Let me delete this because it's getting a little, oops. I don't trade on TradingView, by the way. So this, TradingView is a trading platform, but they're partners with, um, like Owanda Forex and stuff. So it's going to be the most regulated brokerage. That's why I look at TradingView, because TradingView is going to give me the clearest and safest signal. Anyway, so we broke through the support. So where we're going? Well, we're definitely going into here again to fill the wick. And then where's the next destination? Well, you just got to look left and you can see where price touches, right? And what did it do? It came literally right to the zone, rejected, went back up. Then it's just doing its whole NFP thing. That's why it's best just to get in, get out. If I knew it's going down right here, lower high, right at 6 a.m., boom, it drops. Even if you got in just right at 6 a.m. So what did 545 do? It left us with the wick to fill, right? So what did it do? Boom, dropped. Let's see how many pips that was. That was a ton of pips, like probably 21, 17 pips. Just dropped 17 pips in the first 15-minute candle. There's all your profit target right there. And then for EMA magnet, we're so far away from the EMA, you can just write. I could have just rode the retracement up, right? I could have just rode the retracement up, but it was strong bearish momentum, so I'm thinking it's going to keep going down. That's why I just placed my stop losses, and that's it's okay. I don't really care where else it goes because I just want confident sells or buys, and I just want confident profits. If I'm not confident in the profit, then I don't want to trade. If I'm not 100%, then I don't trade. If you're not 100%, you shouldn't be trading. There's no reason to trade. If you just don't know where price is going, don't trade. Bottom line. But if you know where price is going and you can get in and get out, that's how I recommend trading. On a normal day, stacking like 20, 30 entries right here, however many entries I can, and then you're going to take your profit. But then what I'm going to do is I'm going to close half my positions, and then I'm going to run like stop loss and profit, like maybe 5, 6 pips. And then if it keeps pushing, then I'll trail it and I'll just keep moving it down a little bit. That way, if price is a momentum, it's just going to keep going down or going up. At this, you can see it's NFP. So on a normal week, price would have just after this pullback here, price probably would have just kept going down. But because it's so far away from the EMA, you can expect a retracement. The EMAs take so long to catch up to price that you can expect retracements because the EMAs are not going to move as fast as price is moving. This is real time. Price is real time. That's why I like trading naked charts. You really don't need to trade any other way. Like clearly, when you look at this, we're sitting on the support. Here's your lower high. It's going down. So where's it going to? Well, here's a zone and here's the zone. And what did it do? It went straight to the zones. And then you can see here's your 14 EMA. It just acts like a magnet. If you look at USD JAP, did the same thing, right? Put the 14 EMA. What did it do? It's so far away from the EMA. Boom. What does it do? It just retraces. So this is just a quick rundown. How I took my trade this morning on EU. And again, incorporate your currency meters. It's smart, especially if you just know or for the morning, like, oh, price is going up or down, and then you can just look at the currency meter and you can say, oh, wow, EU or Euro was really weak. We're on a 2-1 confirm. Well, that's enough confirmation that we're going down. For how far, who knows? But to make money, you just stack up. Stacked up. Boom, take your profit, and you're done for the day. I'm done. So I just wanted to put this out there for you guys so you guys can kind of get a little better understanding of the higher time frames, how I'm trading, how I look. I like to trade as simple as possible. I really like to trade as simple as possible. And I hope you guys can kind of simplify the way you trade too, and just be smart about it. Just get in, get out, be done for the day. You don't need to be trading all day long. Trade one session, trade one or two pairs. That's all you need. Especially if you're just starting out. Don't. If you're just starting out, I'm gonna put this up here in capitals too. If you are just starting out, learning how to trade in the forex markets, do not trade 10 plus pairs. Trade one, maybe two. That is it. Hat is it. The Mad Hatter. That is it. Why, Kyle? Because you're going to be confusing yourself just trying to figure out market structure. The more pairs you trade, the more confused you're going to be. One pair feeds. You only need to trade one pair. You don't need to be trading all kinds of pairs. Right? One move, stack 10 entries, 200 pips. Right? So let's do a little get a little idea of how lot sizing and making money works, right? So if you've got if you open up, let's say 20 entries. I don't have my glasses on, so it's like hard for me to see everything. My eyes are still like 20 entries, right? Times, let's say, for the sake of most of you who trade on smaller lots, let's say 0.10, right? So, which equals $1 per pip, right? If I catch, if I'm gonna say we, you and I, if we catch 20 pips with 20 entries times $1 per pip, we just make 200 bucks. 200 bucks profit, right? So for example, if we are trading on a 1-to-1,000 leverage on a $100 account, you can open up a ton of 0.10 entries. I mean, like a ton. You can open up 20. If you open up all of these entries on this account, you just turned your $100 account into a $300 account, right? If we were trading on a $100 account and profit $200, we now have $300. So move your profit into another account and start again tomorrow. If you can profitalize, if you can make 200% account growth, 300% account growth, 400% account growth, whatever, just keep moving your profits over into the other account. Keep moving your profits into the other account. Open up 2 accounts, 3 accounts. Do this. Trade confidently, make all your profit, and then move all of that profit over and try again. Because let's say we mess up tomorrow. Well, at least we have house money we can move over now, right? So I agree with how most mentors and people teach, where they say, go for 5% a day, go for a small amount per day. I really agree with that. But then you're going to get to the point in your trading where you're like, okay, well, I'm much better and I understand. So if you can confidently know where price is going, to me, it doesn't make sense not to stack more entries. If I know 6 a.m. is going to have a push, it makes no sense not for me to put 50 entries right here. It makes no sense because I'm guaranteed money for price making a push going down. So it makes no sense just to stack up, make all your money right now, and then be done for the day. And stop trying to trace catching this move and that move. You know, sometimes I do that where I'll just put a couple entries and then I'll be like, okay, I didn't make enough money or whatever. And then so I go and I trade another session. Like right now, there's no reason for me to trade another session. I might trade Nikki still, but it's NFP week. I just catch a big move. I mean, essentially, you could be done for the week. You don't need to trade um, anything else. If you can just catch one of these a day, one a week, just catch one a week, one confident trade a week. You're already better than 95% of traders out there. So that's just a little words of advice, guys. But if you have any other questions, just reach out to me. Instagram is at the_wolf_of_FX. My Facebook is at my name, Kyle Bray. Just reach out, guys. I'd love to help as much as I can. If you're paying for signal, stop. I'm going to repeat, stop paying for, oh my gosh, my typing is so bad without my glasses, for monthly signals. You are dumb. That's mean. You are foolish. I like that word better. You're foolish. Stop. Makes no sense. Just learn how to trade. Be in control of your own money. So anyways, guys, this is just my rundown. Hope you guys have a good trading day, trading week. It's NFP. Be careful. See you guys soon.